I am so glad you are here. It is Energy Sunday in my world. Actually, I lie. It's not this time. I am not truly live, but I am taking a little break, and I thought I would put this out for you guys so you wouldn't have to miss me. It is, however, Energy Sunday when this is going to go out. And I wanted to talk about an addition I often make in my personal Reiki practice with my clients that I think does them a whole lot of good, and that is using binaural beats. Now, that does mean I've got to have the speakers set up where one will affect one side of their head and one speaker affects the other. But I think it's worth it. I will also, if I can't set that up where I'm practicing that day, I also will simply play Hertz music, which has got those beats underneath some nice noises, basically. And I thought I'd talk about why. There is some limited research on some of this now. And if you've been watching me, you know I'm a little research oriented. I am totally in it when I'm in it, but I like to look at that research when I'm not practicing. And there is actually work being done on pain relief and other facets of physical healing at the 40 to 50 hertz level. Now, those speakers need to be part of the table. So I have a pad that reaches down, goes from the shoulders through the thighs that I can lay on my table and put the sheet over it and have the person lay on that device directly. So they're getting that positive sound healing energy as the Reiki work is also being done, and they're being healed in two different ways, which I love. There are a few others that really have been researched at this point, not as much as I'd like, but researched. One is the 528 hertz point. Now, this isn't a cluster of vibrations that people like for healing. This one's honestly been shown in studies to protect brain cell function, to protect cellular decay or degeneration in response to specific toxic agents. It is a helpful hertz beat to have playing, a helpful sound wave to have playing while you're doing Reiki to help the whole body heal at a more cellular level. It seems to affect damaged cells the most and also limits oxidative stress. And oxidative stress is one of those things that can age us. So having that playing, regardless of what's going on for that client, can be really beneficial. The other one I wanted to mention, because I did write them down on a little list, is, and this is an interesting one, there is a campaign to retune all instruments to a slightly lower hertz point. So right now we tune, if I pull out my tuner as somebody who's played musical instruments for years and years and years, it's going to tell me that an A should be at 440 hertz. There is now a campaign to lower that to 432 because for the majority of people, it will help reduce blood pressure and slow heart rate, at least while they're listening to the music. And interestingly, they did a double-blind crossover study on this that showed it was effective. Do we need more? Of course we need more. We always need more research. But two groups of people got to hear either the classically tuned or this new innovative tuning level at different times. You know, they're in different rooms, they're hearing it. And then later, at another time, they swap spots. And not only did like group A have a lower heart rate than group B because it was listening to that slightly down-tuned instrumentation, the 432 instead of the 440. But when they swapped places, the same thing happened again. So it doesn't matter who you are almost. Now I say almost because I'll be honest, there are hertz and binaural beats that don't do for me, for example, what they do for most people. Why? Because we're all individuals. So for me, the ones that are supposed to put me to sleep really just drive me nuts. So be prepared if you play with these sounds and you play with them with your clients. For the vast majority of the time, for the vast majority of your clients, it's going to do most likely exactly what it's described to do when you look this stuff up. But you'll get an oddball client or just an oddball circumstance where it fails, at which point turn it off. It's fine. Play something else. Just play nice ambient noise. It's all good. I hope this helps. I think this is a really valuable addition to Reiki and polarity and other energy forms of healing. So I really do recommend it. I think it's a huge enhancement to the whole process for the client, especially. But in the meantime, myself, the rest of the crew here at Magus Books and Herbs in Minneapolis, we want to thank you for being your amazing, magical you. And of course, for doing the little magical things you get to do here in social media land. I know you know what they are. Click that little button. You can do it. And in the meantime, have an amazing week. You deserve it because you're such an amazing person. We will see you all soon. Blessed be.